Hi, I'm David Gerard and welcome to Pivot to AI. Today it's time to get subjective. I'm a huge hipster snob. I have shelves full of records and books. I am a rock critic. I have detailed opinions about why your favourite is trash. I do realise it's okay for people to like things even if I think they're trash. That's fine, I suppose. But Sam Altman needed announcements to make it look like OpenAI was not washed up. OpenAI is totally washed up, by the way. It still needs way too much money, and they're getting their backsides kicked by DeepSeek, and their vibe is just not doing well. So Sam proudly tweeted about his new model that is good at creative writing.
We trained a new model that is good at creative writing. Not sure yet how or when it will get released. This is the first time I have been really struck by something written by AI. It got the vibe of metafiction so right.
You'll notice how the best Sam can say about the model is it's got the vibe, not that it's any particular literary qualities. He just wants a vibe. Sam Altman was played today by the Libby voice from Microsoft Azure. One thing we've noted before is that AI fans are literally unable to tell good stuff from bad stuff. You see this over and over in every field of generative AI. They can't see what's wrong with the bad writing. They can't see what's wrong with the bad art. They can't even see the obvious errors and mistakes. They can't see when something is obviously slop. The AI fans think that people like you or me, who say their output is trash, are just lying. We're just jealous. We're just haters. We're just having a go at them. They don't understand how anyone could tell. So Sam was really struck by his model's generated story. A lot of other people thought it was great. Honestly, they genuinely loved it. And that's actually fine. You're allowed to like a thing, even if I, being a snide hipster, think it's trash, and I'm allowed to say it's trash and why I think it's trash. So there's sort of good lines in the story, but it turns out that every good phrase in the story is stolen. For example, the phrase democracy of ghosts is from Penin by Vladimir Nabokov. Penin slowly walked under solemn pines. The sky was dying. He did not believe in an autocratic god. He did believe dimly in a democracy of ghosts. The souls of the dead perhaps formed committees, and these, in continuous session, attended the destinies of the quick. That's what a good, clear turn of phrase looks like. The phrase democracy of ghosts hammers home the image that Nabokov's painting in this paragraph. It sticks in the mind, and it also sticks in the model's training. The data that this model was trained on looks recent. The line,
Thursday, that liminal day that tastes of almost Friday,
is lifted from a post on Threads from February. Quote, Thursday annoys me because it's just this liminal day that exists between me and Friday, unquote. That's a human who knows words, knows what they mean, knows how to use them, telling a little joke on social media to his friends to amuse other humans. It's not an LLM imitating being profound while actually not saying anything. The story's got the same problem as any other generative AI output. It slathers on the elaborate fancy style, but it shows zero understanding. There's no basic structure there. A human cannot get that fine detail in stylings and be that bad at basic structure. It's like a super fancy artist who somehow never learnt human anatomy. This is why AI art has tons of details, but they don't hang off a framework. It's all surface. If a human wrote this LLM story, I'd say they were trying to get at something, but were doing it very badly, very clumsily. A teacher would pick up problems in every paragraph, mark it in red, and send it back to try to help the writer learn to express themselves better. Because if a human wrote this, they would need to learn stuff. Who's this for? Who wants LLM lit-fic? Someone who says they like literary fiction but they don't want a human to write it? The market for this thing is not actually readers. It's people who want to be an author, but they can't write themselves, they can't tell good writing from bad writing, and they don't think you can either. They think you're a liar when you say you can tell good from bad. Like Amazon's already had to put a limit of 3 books a day on self-publishing. They did that in 2023 after a flood of AI slop books out of ChatGPT. Like I said yesterday, this is an impressive demo. Imagine just a few years ago telling a computer to generate a readable story. And now it does it. It's like complaining the dancing bear isn't literally Ginger Rogers. But like I said yesterday, an impressive demo isn't necessarily a good product. You could probably do good art with an AI. Like, just ignoring for a moment the grand theft of art and writing at scale, any new machine is an interesting toy, and you should poke at it, press the buttons, see what you can get out of it. But if you did create something of genuine worth with a generative AI, it will be exactly as much work and thinking as it takes to do it in any other medium. The issue is not, is this art or how well the computer writes? The issue is always how the companies deploy this stuff and why. Who's getting the money, who isn't, and who's getting ripped off. We absolutely do not need AI slop. There's already vastly more art, good and bad, than any human could ever go through in a lifetime. Artists and writers still make new things because they're trying to talk to other people in the present day. But even then, generative AI isn't doing an actual job here. It's just the corporation trying to tell you that you don't need to pay artists and writers anymore because we've got slop generators now. It's not even clear that this new model is actually better at writing fiction. The various people did try other existing LLMs on Sam's prompt, and the new model doesn't really do much better than GPT-4o, DeepSeek, or Gemini. They all turn out pseudo-literary slop in about the same standard. And if Altman or you want to dispute that, I would love to see your complete explanation in detail of what parts this new model does better and why it's better, line by line, specifically. AI's problem used to be impressive demos that couldn't be turned into a useful product. Now it's garbage demos that they tell you are impressive demos, and they're not. Maybe we'll have an impressive demo in the fabulous future. Anyway, that was Pivot to AI and not rocknerd.co.uk, my music site. If you liked this episode, tell just one person about it. Word of mouth is what we live off. There's Patreon and Coffee links in the show notes, and thank you all, and bye for now.